All right, good morning, y'all. I was in the process of making some hush puppies. And so I have some bell peppers, some onions, some garlic powder, some onion, diced dried onions, and 6 eggs in here so far. And I'm gonna mix this up on the blender, in the mixer, food processor, whatever you wanna call it. It's gonna dice this up really good. So I want to blend the bell peppers and onions up fine enough so that you will get the flavor, but you will not get the chunks and the hush puppies. And then to the dry ingredients, I have hush puppy mix, cornmeal, self-rising flour, Jiffy cornbread, and I have sugar. This can be equal portions, but I'm making a good little bit of it. The flour is so that it'll fluff up a little bit and not really be so coarse. The sugar is for the sweetener. Jiffy cornbread is something I just throw in there. I think about the hush puppies they used to have at Captain Louis, and so I just use some hush puppy mix. I mean some Jiffy cornbread mixed. And so I'm going to mix this together. Now I'm not going to add any milk or water. I'm just going to mix this up. If it's not consistency like I want it, I'm going to add some more eggs to it. And so I can see that I need more ingredients. And so what I'm going to do is crack open some more eggs. And I'm going to put those in a food processor. And give them a good mixing right quick, because the eggs are really what binds the hush peppers together. You could add a little milk if you wanted to, or water. I mean, it's not going to hurt it. Maybe I might add a little water, but I know there should be adequate amount of eggs. So hold on a second. Put these eggs in my compost bin. It's real time, y'all. So I'm gonna blend some more eggs up. Add that to the mixture. There should be enough eggs. From here on, I'm gonna add enough water to bring this together. So let me get a little cup with some water in it right quick. Start out with about a half a cup of water. We don't want this to be loose. We still want this to be tight. And I can see we need some more water. So I'm gonna add another half a cup. And these need to really sit for maybe 30 minutes to an hour. You can let it make it a day in advance. But you want them to be kind of similar to this. This spoon is not strong enough. And it's bending, but it's mixed. Now what I would do, since I'm making it for someone, I'm gonna get a little pot of water, and I'm going to, not water, a little pot of oil, and I'm gonna test these out, make sure they come out like they're supposed to before I send them to them. But basically that's all you need. It needs to be this consistency. And that's all to it, to make some good old hush puppies. My mother used to always say that our cousin made hush puppies with bell peppers, and it was great. So one family reunion, I added bell peppers to the hush puppies mix, and we had an awesome time eating hush puppies that day. So ever since, I've been adding a little bit of bell pepper to the mix. And I got some here today. So bell peppers, onion, a little bit of garlic, sugar, Jiffy cornbread mix, self-rising flour, hush puppy mix, and this is hush puppy mix that I use to add to it. I like this hush puppy, this brand here. Add some of that to it, about half a box bag of this here. and some cornbread. And that's all you need. All right, I'll show you one of them when they're finished. See you later. All right, we're back. So I want you to dip your spoon into the oil first, then go into your batter, scoop up a little bit, place it in there. It should drop out really nicely. Again, scoop your batter, drop it in there. It should fall out really nicely. I'm gonna make 4 of these right quick. Well, 3 of those. I'm gonna see how they turn out. Thought about it, I shouldn't make too many. If they don't turn out right, I can add some more eggs to it. But it looks like they're holding together pretty well. So I just had this little old pot that I used to cook in. Thought that'd be adequate enough to show you all how to test to see whether or not your hush puppies are fine. Yep. So again, you have to use a good amount of eggs to make sure they bind and stay together. You might want to cut your fire down a little bit so they won't cook too fast. But don't cut it down too long, too low so they won't cook too slow and get a lot of oil. So it's like a good, medium high. You're looking good. Looking fantastic, I tell you. Trial and error. I like my hush puppies a little sweet. I like them with honey, but if I don't have any honey, the sugar that's inside of them will be sufficient. That you don't have to turn on this many times. I just want to make sure that they're evenly cooked, especially on the inside. Now, if you're allergic to, if onions upset your stomach, don't use onions. If you can get away with garlic, use garlic. If that also affects you, leave those 2 things out. Put some bell pepper in it, salt and pepper. And if you want to, just do the plain ingredients. The flour, Jiffy cornbread mix, sugar, the hush puppy mix, and cornmeal. The cornmeal is just really to scratch the ingredients, really. And you can just use the mix by itself, but it does come with onions in it. So again, if you don't want to use the mix, you can use the other 4 ingredients. And make sure you have your eggs. And put whatever you can to season it. You can do it with oregano. You can do it with rosemary, thyme. You put any kind of seasoning in it that you want, that you like. But these are cooking up really nicely. Smelling good. Only thing missing is the fish. So I will be making up some coleslaw this afternoon. I'm debating whether I want to show you all my secret recipe for my coleslaw. I made this show a couple of steps. I won't show you all the ingredients. But this is the ingredients for the hush puppy mix. You can have a variety of one more than the other to get a certain taste or texture. But as you see, with a lot of eggs, a little bit of water, they turn out really great. I think the secret ingredients to making sure they stay together is the eggs. So make sure you have an adequate amount of eggs when you make a hush puppy mix. And these seem to be done. Like I said, if you turn your fire down even more, they won't be as dark or brown as these. They're not bad. If you want them to come out rounder, find something that will make it, round. Open up one. It's done all the way through. I can taste the bell pepper a little bit. But it's not a lot of sugar. So they're not really sweet. The texture is really good. That's all I have for you. Till next time. Be blessed.